Have you started taking your spouse for granted? Have you started taking your spouse for granted? This is a question that I think many married couples will tell you that they get to a point where they feel that they're being taken for granted. And it's a very terrible feeling because, you're living in the home with the person that you used to spend so much time with. You were excited that, you have this lovely partner, you're sharing a life with this person. And then at some point, things happen, life happens, and you're now being taken for granted, or you are taking your spouse for granted. It comes to a point where life really comes like a bulldozer and just pushes you to that point where you just feel like you've given up. This is something we all need to be very conscious of, because taking someone for granted is so easy. You come home, you used to give them a kiss and a peck and a hug. Now it's just a subtle greeting. You used to eat dinner together. Now you eat in separate locations. You used to do things together. Now you just go to bed, and you don't really even plan, or you're not intentional about what you want to do with your partner. You're taking each other for granted, because we all have needs, and these needs need to be met, and they must be met by each other. God has put us together as husband and wife so that we can be able to fulfill each other's needs. It's a complementary relationship. So we shouldn't, in any way, shape, or form, take each other for granted. We should actually make that conscious effort to look at our spouse and say, hey, what are the needs of my spouse? What are the needs of my husband? What are the needs of my wife? And how can I, in my 7 days a week, in my 24 hours a day, make time to be able to cater to the needs of my spouse, no matter how small it is? It might be a note, it might be a greeting, it might be a hug, it might be a kiss, it might just be spending time together and watching a movie together. But try to not take your partner for granted, because you are in this together for life. And you must be conscious that this other person that you so truly love shouldn't be taken for granted.